Robyn Brown's secret new romance? Why fans believe she's leaving Kody for a mysterious millionaire? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well by God's grace. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of our latest news. Now, let's discuss something that's been getting Sister Wives fans all abuzz recently, and it's a tale you may not have expected. When Sister Wives initially introduced Robyn Brown a decade or so ago, she was the young-looking newcomer, full of hope and devotion. She soon became Kody Brown's favorite, something that wasn't missed by the other wives, Meri, Janelle, and Christine. Even many of the viewers blamed Robyn for driving a wedge in the family. But now, after years of being there for Kody through thick and thin, the gossip indicates that Robyn may be drifting away. And not just emotionally. Gossip and Flagstaff claims she's dating someone else, someone rich, stable, and far removed from the drama of polygamy and reality television. Yes, you heard it right. Some insiders are whispering that Robyn is considering divorcing Kody and wed this so-called mystery man. Is it true? Has the woman who vowed to grow old with Kody finally had enough? Let's analyze all this, because if it's true, this would shake the Brown family to its very foundations. Before going in-depth on Robyn's so-called romance, let's examine where things stand in Kody Brown's life. Because let's be honest, it's not good. Financial struggles. The finances of the family have been on shaky ground for years. Coyote Pass, their Flagstaff dream property, remains vacant, unbuilt, and overshadowed by bad vibes. With most of the wives away from home now, and the children getting older, there's less money coming from the TLC reality show. And fans have caught on. Kody appears more stressed, sometimes even a little grizzled around the edges. Most believe he's feeling the financial strain more than he admits. Family breakdown. Since the devastating loss of his son Garrison, Kody's relationships with his older children have only deteriorated. Many fans feel he didn't really step up and support his bereaved children, instead prioritizing Robyn's home. And now, in a turn of events nobody could have predicted, Robyn herself may be distancing herself. The mansion feels like a prison. Robyn's Flagstaff estate once represented triumph. It was large, lovely, and brimming with optimism for a harmonious family future. But now, it's becoming increasingly an isolated, hollow structure. With the other wives missing and fewer kids in residence, both Robyn and Kody are lonelier than ever. And perhaps, just perhaps, Robyn's patience is thinning. Who is this enigmatic new guy? This is where things become particularly fascinating. Robyn always comes across as a devoted, faithful wife. Recently, however, there have been rumors circulating on fan sites and neighborhood gossip websites about a new man in her life. The sightings? Apparently occurring in downtown Flagstaff. Seen at a coffee shop. One woman who haunts a fashionable coffee house downtown reports she's seen Robyn several times with the same guy. He's tall, well-dressed, and from her telling they were definitely more romantic than platonic. He put his hand on her hand, she said. They seemed like a couple. What we know about him. This so-called suitor is reported to be in his early 50s or late 40s. Wealthy, single, and most certainly not a fan of polygamy. He's reportedly engaged in Arizona real estate and tech ventures, owns a fancy black luxury SUV, and sports tailor-made suits. As one of his fan podcasts put it, he's more country club than church pew. That is to say exactly the opposite of Kody. And that's precisely what some of Robyn's fans believe makes him so attractive to Robyn. He's wealthy, no family drama, no polygamous lifestyle. For Robyn, this could be her opportunity to swap the drama for comfort and live at last a life of stability and quiet opulence. Are the signs already there? Viewers have returned to revisit recent episodes of Sister Wives and are flagging some subtle and not-so-subtle signs that Robyn might be emotionally tuning out. Less affection on camera. Robyn used to be glued to Kody's side in the earlier seasons, holding hands, resting her hand on his arm, never far away. But now, that intimacy is seemingly gone. She'll pull away in the midst of emotional scenes, or even step back from him entirely. Her words speak a lot in her one-on-one interviews. Robyn has begun speaking like this. I cannot be in control of whatever the future holds, or to start with, there needs to be stability for my kids. On the surface, innocent, but to listeners, she is sounding as if she is preparing her fan base for divorce. Spend less time in the camera frame. Robyn has been noticeably absent on many recent public filming days. Though TLC attributes it to scheduling, fans suspect something else. Is she off hanging out with this enigmatic new guy instead? Kody's response: denial or panic. As reported by those close to the Browns, Kody does not think Robyn would ever abandon him. He persists in referring to her as his soulmate, but others report that he is becoming increasingly controlling, monitoring her more frequently, inquiring about where she is going, and even attempting to prevent her from traveling by herself. In one rumored report, Kody allegedly questioned her about the gossip. Robyn apparently dismissed it, claiming she was only meeting up with a business associate for her jewelry venture. Kody bought that for the time being. If Robyn walks away, what happens next? If indeed Robyn walks away from Kody, it would be the biggest sister-wives shock ever, perhaps even greater than Christine's departure. Financial chaos. Kody and Robyn's finances are very intertwined. They cohabitate, maybe even TLC contracts. Divorce might put Kody financially on the rocks. Custody issues. Even though Kody is legally bound to Robyn's children from her first marriage, most think the courts would rule in Robyn's favor regarding custody. TLC ratings gold. Let's get real. TLC would totally make this a headline show. The drama would generate huge ratings, but it would also make the whole family re-experience the hurt on national television. Why fans think Robyn's ready to move on? At its core, fans believe Robyn just appears exhausted, 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 exhausted from having to defend Kody, exhausted from being held responsible for the disintegration of the family, exhausted from being under constant scrutiny. And if this new guy is promising her something more, money, serenity, and no cameras, well, some fans feel she might just take it. Bonus drama: Meri wants her money back. And just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated, along comes Meri Brown. Word is she just called Kody demanding he give back a big chunk of cash that she claims he spent without her complete say-so to construct Robyn's dream house. If true, this would be one of the most explosive money fights in Sister Wives history. Not just because of the dollar amount, but because of what it means that Kody may have prioritized Robyn's comfort over fairness to his other wives. And that, friends, is only scratching the surface. Money trouble in Flagstaff. Meri's explosive demand and Christine's bold confrontation. Let's continue the story, because if you thought the gossip about Robyn's love life was shocking, wait until you learn what's going on behind the scenes of the money. The Brown family money has always been a mess, but lately things are coming apart quickly. From the down payment debacle in Las Vegas to the endless holdups on Coyote Pass, viewers are starting to wonder the same thing. How does Kody determine where the funds go? And now Meri Brown might finally be wondering it out loud. Loud enough that Kody can no longer pretend not to hear. The down payment dispute. Based on insider rumor, Meri alleges that while Kody and Robyn were constructing their brand new dream house in Flagstaff, she had contributed a significant amount of cash, in the hopes it was going toward family expenses. But somewhere along the way, that cash apparently went to bankroll Robyn's house straight up. Ouch. This wasn't just a couple $100 either. We're talking about a serious chunk of change, possibly tens of thousands of dollars. Some fan theories suggest it could be anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000. And for Meri, who's been working independently through her B&B and LuLaRoe sales, that kind of money isn't pocket change. It's a major personal investment. The phone call that rocked the family. One close friend, who wished to remain anonymous, says Meri's patience finally boiled over. Having silently seethed for months, she apparently grabbed the phone and made a straight-up no-nonsense call to Kody. No texting, no calling through someone in between. Just a no-nonsense, straightforward conversation. From the source, Meri flat-out told him, "I want my money back. You spent it on Robyn's house, and I never approved of that." Clearly she was ready for that call with receipts. She had the exact date when the money had been withdrawn from her account, and to where it was sent. No guessing, no ambiguity. The phone call, which is said to have been tense but contained, did not go in Kody's favor. When he attempted to deflect and spin it emotionally, Meri allegedly remained on track. She was not letting him off the hook. Robyn's house, a symbol of resentment. Let's face it, Robyn's Flagstaff mansion has always stood out, while the other wives were renting modest homes or putting off their building plans. Robyn got a spacious, custom-built house that ended up becoming the main filming location for Sister Wives. To a lot of fans and apparently to Meri, it became a physical symbol of Kody's favoritism. So if it's true that Meri's money helped pay for it, the resentment is understandable. Kody's response, not what you'd hope. As the same insider revealed, Kody didn't exactly take it with grace. Rather than conceding the error or saying he'd try to fix things, Kody allegedly attempted to rationalize the entire affair as a family investment. He said to her, "It was in the interest of the family. Robyn needed a stable home. We all gained from that," the source told us. But Meri wasn't having it. Her response? "We don't all live there, Kody. That's not my home. I didn't benefit from it at all." The call reportedly ended unresolved, and some claim Kody might have even hung up first. Why this fight matters now: timing is everything. And this confrontation couldn't come at a more fragile moment. Christine has remarried and moved on. Janelle has distanced herself. And Meri's connection to Kody is mostly through the Sister Wives show at this point. So if Meri does feel financially exploited, that may be a turning point for her position in the family, and even for the future of the show itself. Will she keep filming if she feels manipulated, or will she employ the cameras to finally speak out for herself? Fan reactions: pay her back. The Sister Wives fan base is abuzz with comments on this supposed phone call. Team Meri supporters say it's high time she stood up for herself after being pushed aside for years. Some believe perhaps it's exaggerated, or maybe it's all just a clever build-up to season 19 drama. And a select few are still supporting Kody, claiming that within a plural household, all the wives should contribute financially, regardless of who gets what. But here's the bottom line: if Kody doesn't get it right, can Meri sue him? Although only Robyn is technically married to Kody, money fights between adults, even spiritual wives, can still be brought to court if there's paperwork. Think about the headlines. Meri sues Kody over Robyn's house funds. Now that's TLC gold. And Robyn? Crickets. In the meantime, Robyn has remained mum puppy, not on television, not in interviews. She's often tried to play the peacemaker, but this time her silence speaks volumes. If she denies Meri's claim, she risks looking defensive. If she confirms it, she might appear selfish or greedy. Some fans think she's working behind the scenes to quietly fix the situation, possibly even offering to repay Meri herself. Anything to avoid a public scandal. Christine joins the fight. "You owe me." But Meri is not alone in seeking answers. Kody Brown, never shy herself, has allegedly spoken up to Kody as well. And this time it's not about emotional abandonment. It's about cold hard money. Per insiders and lots of fan buzz, Christine thinks Kody owes her money from their years of joint finances, and she's not going to let it go. Years in the making. Christine's request wasn't sudden. During her marriage, she, along with the other wives, put money into the family's communal pot. That money was earmarked to fund all the wives and children equally, including groceries, school tuitions, mortgages, and more. Now though, Christine reportedly feels much of her money funded things she didn't sign off on, particularly expenses associated with Robyn's lifestyle. "I helped build her dream life." One so-called insider said Christine is still resentful about how much money was spent on Robyn's house during the time she was struggling financially. She feels like she helped build Robyn's dream life, the source added, and got nothing in return. The notion is consistent with what fans have long suspected, that Christine, Meri, and Janelle might have unknowingly contributed to pay for that fancy Flagstaff house. And for that resentment, it's been brewing for years. Christine's independence and her principles since leaving Kody. Christine has established her own life and her own paycheck. Between Sister Wives, her social media collaborations, and her food show, Cooking with Just Christine, she's doing all right. She's even been married again, and is living in a lovely house in Utah with David Woolley. But it isn't only about cash. As one viewer suggested, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. Christine gave years of her life to that family, and now she wants what's rightfully hers. The confrontation's speculative sources say Christine confronted Kody head-on, telling him clearly, "You owe me, and I'm not letting this go." Kody supposedly tried to brush it off, saying they'd settled everything when she left. But Christine wasn't convinced. According to the rumors, she believes there are still unpaid debts, and she's not backing down. The argument didn't result in yelling, but it left Kody supposedly shaken. He's accustomed to Christine accommodating to maintain peace. Not this time though. Christine won't give in, and Kody's having trouble keeping it together. Kody Brown was always the one to remain calm and cool, even in a heated situation. Not now, however. She's finished placating, she's holding firm, and that has Kody thoroughly unsettled. Kody's standard excuse: it was for the family. Kody's alleged answer is one that has been heard countless times before by fans. He maintains that any money spent during the marriage was for the benefit of the entire family. But that line no longer rings true the way it, particularly now that Christine is no longer a member of that family. So the question becomes, should she be repaid for efforts that ultimately went towards something she's no longer connected to? Fans are split, Team Christine versus Team Kody. It will come as no surprise that the Sister Wives fan base is split. Team Christine claims she's totally entitled to restitution, particularly if money was spent without her knowledge. They claim it's not about emotions, but about being fair. Team Kody feels that in a plural relationship, everything, love, time, and money, is communal. Even if you're not directly profiting from every expenditure, you are still part of the collective. And then there's a third faction that's a little more cynical. Some fans believe that this whole storyline could be blown out of proportion, or even fabricated by TLC to create a season 19 cliffhanger. Could this end up in court? Christine and Kody never got married in a legal sense, but that doesn't preclude her from having some legal recourse. They were sharing property, accounts, and bill-paying responsibilities. If Christine can establish that her money was used to buy assets she is no longer entitled to, such as Robyn's house, she could have a claim. One attorney legal expert on a fan show opined that it wouldn't be simple, but it could be done. David Woolley steps in. Christine's new husband, David Woolley, has provided a constant and positive foundation in Christine's life since she quit Kody. Some people speculate that David is urging her to speak up about the money issue, not necessarily for justice, but to begin their life together on an equal playing field financially. And besides, if there is money on the table, why not go after what is rightfully hers? A TLC drama waiting to happen. You can count on Sister Wives producers watching all of this go down with stars in their eyes. Picture this going down on TV. Christine sorting through ancient financial documents with David at her side. Christine speaker phoning Kody while the cameras record David's reaction. Kody explaining himself in his confessional booth, claiming she's not owed a penny. Robyn wiping away tears in her interview chair, explaining all of this as an attack on her family. Janelle quietly aligning with Christine, suggesting she has some bones to pick financially. It has all the ingredients for a blockbuster season. Kody's shocking move. Please come back. Now comes the twist no one expected. Kody Brown, the very same guy who's been accused of neglect, favoritism, and emotionally abandoning his wives, has reached out reportedly to the women he shut down and invited them back. Yes, indeed. By several rumor-mongering insiders, Kody has been reaching out to Christine, Janelle, and Meri privately, with genuine apologies, explaining he hates the way he treated them, and wishes to restore the family they once had. But is this really a change of heart, or a last-ditch effort to salvage his reputation? The downfall of the Brown dynasty. Before we even look at this so-called apology tour, it's worth considering where things are at. Christine departed in 2021, explaining that she felt unloved and unseen for years. Janelle departed in 2022, blaming Kody for controlling behavior and emotional detachment. Meri finally gave up in 2023, after being emotionally neglected for years. By season 18's end, what had once been the sprawling Brown family had dwindled to merely Kody and Robyn. And even that union, viewers insist, tends to appear strained and miserable on television. The apology campaign insiders reveal Kody started reaching out in private, first with phone calls, and even in one instance a letter written by hand. Has been humbled, said one insider to a fan podcast. He told all of them, "I'm sorry, I realize now that I was in the wrong." To Christine, he allegedly confessed that he did not appreciate her enough, and now bitterly regrets making her feel unloved. To Janelle,
he admitted that he did not support her desire for independence while at the same time demanding she remain loyal. To Meri, he allegedly confessed that he emotionally checked out a long time ago before their public breakup. Some reports claim that he's even looked back nostalgically on the good old days, the holidays, road trips, and shared chaos that came with one big busy household. Why now? Everyone wants to know. Why is Kody doing this now? Is he isolated, with only Robyn remaining with him, and the majority of his children far away or alienated? Some believe Kody is coming to understand how alone he actually is. Is it all about cash? A reunion, albeit on paper, may translate into higher paychecks and more interesting storylines for sister wives. Is he attempting to repair his image? Kody has long worried about public opinion. Patching things up could also help mitigate the backlash and redefine his legacy. Some feel that TLC could have even pushed him into reconciliation, recognizing it would be gold for ratings. The wives react. Each of the women's reactions has been unique and revealing. Christine, now happily married to David Woolley. Christine reportedly turned Kody down gently but firmly. One source says she told him she appreciated the apology, but her life is better now, and she's not looking back. Janelle, she's apparently more open to maintaining a friendship, but she's made it clear there's no interest in reviving their spiritual marriage. She values her independence too much, said one insider. Meri, of the three, Meri is the most conflicted. According to reports, she's constructed a new life, but she's also traditionally been the most faithful. Yet, after all the years of being rejected, even Meri might finally be through for good. Robyn's reaction. Not so happy. This section really shocks. Insiders say Robyn is not pleased that Kody all of a sudden turned to his former wives. She felt threatened and blindsided, allegedly. After all, she spent years getting Kody all to herself. And now he's talking about rebuilding the plural family. Some think though she might be secretly supportive if only to keep the TLC checks rolling in. The show, after all, is their best source of income. What do fans think? The fan base has come alive with opinion, and it's everywhere. Too little, too late. Most think that damage has already been done, and no apology will repair it. It's all about money. Some think it's a PR stunt to drive ratings. This is TV gold. Much of the fan base just wants to see it all play out on television. Picture it. Kody having a sit-down with each of his ex-wives, discussing their past, as the show cuts away to the most dramatic, happiest and saddest moments. The tears. The drama. The truth. Is it real, or just for show? The biggest question of them all. Does Kody really want his family back, or is he only looking out for himself? Whatever the case, one thing is certain. The Brown family drama isn't over yet, and if any of the former wives do return, well, that would perhaps be the biggest twist Sister Wives has ever served. Is Kody Brown still living off his ex-wives? The financial scandal that has fans talking. Let's discuss one of the most popular rumors circulating around the Sister Wives fan base. Does Kody Brown, now only with one legally wedded wife, continue to be financially supported, at least partially, by the women who've left him? It's a rumor that has everyone in an uproar, from fans to bloggers, even some of the former cast members. The question on everyone's mind is Kody indeed struggling with finding good, fulfilling work? Or is he merely relying on the financial support of his ex-wives, women who have emotionally moved on, but somehow are still caught up in financial obligations to him? Kody's career, or the disappearance of it way back in the early seasons of Sister Wives. Kody was a man with drive. He sold guns, worked in sales, and even discussed diving into real estate. But over the years, viewers began to see something odd. Whatever it was he did for a living, it turned into a generalized enigma. Moments of him doing work grew distant and less frequent.
And by the time the family had made Flagstaff their home, Kody's career life was effectively a mystery. As told by those around the family, Kody hasn't maintained stable full-time employment in years. His main source of income? The Sister Wives' paychecks, which, when split between so many characters, aren't exactly as large as everyone assumes. With no conventional job and a big lifestyle to support, Kody has reportedly depended increasingly on combined family funds. The polygamy paycheck. How the Browns shared their money can get messy in polygamous households. The Browns used to have one of those shared family pots, that assisted in paying for everything: groceries, bills, property development, such as the perpetually stalled Coyote Pass, and other family expenditures. But as the marriages of Kody and his wives dissolved, so did that system of shared finances, at least on paper. In fact, most suspect the financial entanglements are still intact. Others theorize that Kody is still profiting from joint accounts, unpaid loans, and residual financial arrangements, even to ex-wives like Christine, Janelle, and Meri. One anonymous family friend summed it up like this: "It's not as if Christine and Janelle are giving him cash, but there are still shared responsibilities. And as long as those are there, Kody doesn't have to confront the reality of having an honest job." Christine, still untangling the past. Christine, who split from Kody in 2021 and is now blissfully remarried to David Woolley, has been honest about moving on, but she's also teased that it wasn't easy to disconnect financially. In one Instagram Live, a fan asked if she still financially helps Kody. Her response: "Let's just say, there are some things I'm still working on untangling. These things take time and lawyers." Some fans believe she may still have shared ownership in certain investments or properties, meaning profits and debts are still partially hers. For a woman trying to start fresh, that's no small burden. Janelle, the family banker Janelle, has always been the most financially independent of the wives. She's been involved in real estate, wellness, and other business ventures to support herself. But that same sense of responsibility might have left her open to manipulation. Sources say that even after divorcing Kody, Janelle continued to help pay some family bills, just to keep the peace. Here's how a source close to the family described it: "Janelle hates drama. If paying a bill keeps the peace, she'll do it. But in the long run, that just lets Kody avoid making tough choices." Meri, loyalty or lingering ties. Meri's relationship with Kody has been strained for years, and yet, there's still a sense of loyalty there, maybe out of habit, maybe from decades of shared history. Even after officially splitting, Meri was said to still have some joint business arrangements with Kody, such as portions of the family's real estate business. And her profitable bed and breakfast in Utah has fans speculating whether or not Kody still receives indirect benefits from her earnings. Robyn, Defender-in-Chief, Robyn Brown, Kody's sole legally recognized wife, is his biggest defender, and also his most polarizing figure among the fans. Critics accuse her of dominating his time and resources. His supporters claim she's the only one who remained loyal. In a hypothetical interview simulated for this report, Robyn was quoted as saying, "Kody works every single day, just not in the way people expect. Taking care of a family this large, even with the divorces, is a full-time job." But most fans aren't having it. Without actual employment, they say, Kody's lifestyle is being sustained by financial systems that remain tied to women who no longer reside with him. Fans are seething. Get a job, Kody. The internet outrage has been fierce. Facebook groups, Reddit forums, and TikTok videos are filled with indignant viewers. Some of the most frequent responses are, "He made this choice. He should fund it. His wives enabled him, and now he's sucking them dry after they've left. Get a job, Kody." There's even a growing public outcry for TLC to drop him, unless he demonstrates a plan to be financially independent. Financial separation isn't easy, especially when property is involved. As with many divorces, the Browns' financial breakdown is complicated. It's even more complicated when you factor in the number of individuals involved, and the shared assets still on the table. Coyote Pass is still an issue. Some houses are still shared. Business loans can be joint, and even early joint ventures in the show's history might be making it more difficult. Legal professionals explain, unless the ex-wives insist on complete financial separation, putting jointly owned properties on the market, the couple's connection might still be helping Kody out. Is Kody being lazy, or just strategic? One theory going around is that Kody isn't lazy, he's waiting for the long haul. By not committing to a full-time job, he leaves his calendar available for future possibilities. Additional seasons of TLC, a potential book contract, or speaking engagements. The problem being,
those possibilities might never materialize. As one fan summed up in a viral Reddit thread, he's holding out for another huge TLC payday, while the wives continue to pay the bills.